Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. Like they say, whatever you do naturally is most likely what you should be getting paid to do. However, you got to make sure you keep doing it so that you can get better at it. You want to perfect your God-given talent. I did this YouTube channel, I believe in March of this year, a little bit after my brother died. Already I'm up to probably about 73 or 74 videos. You know, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is giving you guys my point of view on the life that I lived, because nobody else can tell you about it except me. I'm not some guru. I'm just giving you guys another point of view, and maybe, just maybe, you get something from it. You know, every book that you read is somebody else's point of view. Even if they're trying to teach you something, it's somebody else's point of view on how they understand this subject. But see, what I want you guys to understand is something maybe just a little bit out of the box, but it's not really, because you're confronted with it or exposed to it each and every day. Now, social media, we know that social media affects the mind of the people that watch it, right? And now, how does it affect the mind? Well, it affects the mind the same way as commercials do, which is you keep exposing a human being to a certain thing and their mind changes little by little. That's what happens. One minute you felt like a nut, the next minute you don't. One minute you don't like black things, and the next minute you like white things. Why did I change? What happened to me? Well, you might want to look at the things that you're exposed to. What social media proves is that you are what you eat. You are what you consume. If you eat poison a little bit each day, then eventually you become poisoned. You become sick. If you look at things that are violent every day, then you become a little bit violent yourself. You start to think, well, you know what? Maybe violence has its place. Maybe it's not so bad in the right situation. That's what happens. That's how you can change a person's mind. So now let's check this shit out though. What if you started exposing yourself to things that were outside of your normal, okay? Take this book for instance, The Time Traveler. It's actually called Time Traveler by Dr. Ronald L. Mallet, if I'm saying his name right. This man is a theoretical physicist, and inside of this book, he's explaining how a time machine is possible to build. The man is on YouTube. I didn't buy his book because of that. I bought his book because I wanted to learn his point of view on how time travel is possible. Now, when you open up this book, you must understand that this man is a theoretical physicist. You have to understand that you're going to run into physics. Now, I don't know if there's any people that's scared of math like I am, or even from the neighborhood like me, you know what I'm saying? Or what they call the hood or what have you. Even if some of y'all out there consider yourselves niggas or even white fucking trash, even if you consider yourself that, perhaps if you picked up a book like this and you read it to see if it grew on you, maybe you wouldn't think of yourself like that anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even if you some quote unquote nigga in the hood, and you read this book and you had a dictionary, you smart enough to bring a dictionary with this book right here, you can go to your boys and be like, yo man, I read this shit called Time Traveler. This motherfucker talking about how to actually make a time machine. See, your boys ain't gonna know what that shit is about, but you'll know what it's about. Guess whose thought process got elevated? Yours. And how did it happen? Because you exposed your mind to something different, something outside of your normal. All of that social media shit is normal. Violence, bitches with big asses, people doing dumb shit for attention. All of that shit is normal. But what if you exposed your mind to something that's different? Every single time you pick up a brand new book, you got a chance to elevate, because what you're doing is learning something brand new from someone else's perspective. You don't have to believe it, but if you read it, you'll be that much more enlightened, because you'll sit back and say, well, you know what? That shit was different. You have to expose yourself to different things. So you read books that you would never normally pick up. You would read a book by a Klansman to see what their mindset actually is, where they come from. You read a book about Armenians and their history and the Armenian genocide that they faced by the Turks. This is the shit that so many people don't give a fuck about. But if you just picked up a book, you read their stories and you say, wow, I didn't know this shit. Yeah. And to think these people are around you and you didn't even know. Now, how smart is that? You understand what I'm saying? This channel, all of these videos, who knows what type of guy do you think I actually am? Some of you guys out there may think I'm an intellectual. Some of you people out there may actually find my voice soothing or even annoying. And then there's others that may actually look at me and say, you know what? Sometimes this son of a bitch makes a decent ass point. Or this motherfucker never gets tired of talking. I would hate to meet this son of a bitch. Who knows what you think about me from these videos? But I promise you, you don't know me unless you talk to me. And the only thing that you're doing with these videos are listening to me. But if I wrote a book about myself, then you would be one step closer to actually knowing me and how I think. All of my YouTube channels got about maybe 3 or 4 of them. They're just pieces of me. But if I wrote a book, that's how you would really elevate. You would get to know the other person that's around you. So this video is mostly showing you people an obvious technique to elevate yourself that maybe you didn't think about. Every single time you pick up a book, dedicate yourself to 10 pages every time you pick it up, because this will actually teach you willpower. Say, if I open up this book, I will read 10 pages. Then the other thing that you do is stop picking up only the books that you're interested in. You're never gonna get out of your comfort zone. Pick up the books that scare the shit out of you. Pick up the book that your younger self would say, hell no, I'm not picking that shit up because I wouldn't understand it. And you know the reason why I understand anything about quantum theory, quantum mechanics, physics, the only reason I understand any of that shit is because I stopped being scared. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead, pick this book up because I don't want to live in fear. Bottom line. So that's all I gotta say about this. Whoever watches this particular video, I certainly hope that my words spur you to picking up books and reading a little bit each day, especially books that are out of your comfort zone, because that is one of the main ways you can elevate your mind. And when your mind elevates, you will be able to see things different and produce different kinds of creativity that you would have never done if you had never picked up that book. Peace.